Right now, I will be reading you Genesis chapter 19, Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. The two angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city when he saw them. He got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. "My lords," he said, "please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night, and then go on your way early in the morning." "No," they answered, "we will spend the night in the square." But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered into his house. He prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, and they ate. Before they had gone to bed, all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. They called out to Lot, "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us that we can have sex with them." Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind him and said, "No, my friends, don't do this wicked thing. Look, I have two daughters who have never slept with a man. Let them bring out to you, and you can do what you like with them. But don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof." "Get out of our way," they replied. "This fellow came here as a foreigner. Now he wants to play the judge. We'll treat you worse than them." They kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved forward to break down the door. But the men inside reached out and pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. Then they struck the men with who were at the door of the house, young and old, with blindness, so that they not find the door. These two men said to Lot, "Do you have anyone else here, sons-in-laws, sons of daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here, because we are going to destroy this place. The outcry to the Lord against its people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it." So Lot went out and spoke to his son-in-law, who pledged to marry his daughters. He said, "Hurry and get out of the place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city." But his sons-in-laws thought he was joking. With the coming of dawn, the angels urged Lot, saying, "Hurry, take your family and your two daughters who are here, or you will be swept away when the city is punished." When he hesitated, the men grasped his hands and the hands of his wife and of his two daughters, and led them safely out of the city, for the Lord was merciful to them. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, "Flee to your lives. Flee to your lives. Don't look back. Don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away." But Lot said to them, "No, my lord, please. Your servants have found favor in your eyes, and you have shown great kindness to me in sparing my life. But I can't flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me. I will die. Look, here is the town near enough to run to, and it's small. Let me flee to it." "It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared." He said to him, "Very well. I will grant this request to you. I will not overthrow the town you speak of, but flee there quickly, because I cannot do anything until you reach it." That's it. That is why the town was named Zor. By the time Lot reached Zor, the sun has risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, destroying all those living in the city and all the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah, toward all the land of the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the land, like smoke from a furnace. So when God destroyed the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out of the catastrophe and overthrew the cities where Lot had lived. Thank you for listening to me as I read chapter 19 of Genesis. I apologize for my reading, but I hope you enjoyed just chapter 19, but I have something to say. Do you see the world that we're living in today? The corruption, you can just turn on the TV and see hate and crime and so much evil in the world and just a little bit of good. If you ask yourself, what is actually godly anymore? People are taking selfies of themselves. They'd rather spend time on their phones, watching TV, playing video games, go to work. It's all about money. They'll invest in stocks, but they won't tithe. They'll do these things that are ungodly. They'll drink every day. People think that bad is good and good is bad. If you look at what Revelation says and the Bible says, it's clear as day that the end is coming. Just ask yourself, are you ready for when the Lord is going to come back? Because this country is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah right now, if you ask me. Not so long ago in your lifetime, you guys can remember a day when homosexuality wasn't everywhere as it is today. Churches are now accepting it. The Pope in the Catholic churches, the Christian churches, the Pope creating one world religions. The world is becoming a very dark place. Sex trafficking is on the rise. If anything was Sodom and Gomorrah, it would be the United States. It would be Dubai. It would be Great Britain. It would be all these places, China, everything. We all deserve to be destroyed. But are you going to find God before it's too late? Because we're running out of time. If it's not the end of the world, it's yours. It's your end of the world. God bless you and have a good day.